The world could only hope for a lasting resolution. At the heart of the delay lies a contentious issue: the release of Palestinian prisoners held in Israeli jails. Hamas sought to add additional names, reportedly senior members, to the list of prisoners slated for release. This last-minute demand was seen by many in Israel as a blatant attempt by Hamas to exploit the situation. Hamas maintained that the additional names were always part of the deal. The prisoner exchange had become a lightning rod for the deep-seated emotions and political complexities that have long fueled the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. The delay in the Gaza ceasefire agreement elicited a wave of reactions from the international community. The United States expressed confidence that the ceasefire would ultimately hold, with Secretary of State Antony Blinken stating that a loose end was being tied up. The European Union, while welcoming the ceasefire announcement, echoed the US's call for both sides to exercise restraint. Within Israel, the delay further exposed the deep divisions within the government and society at large. Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir, a staunch opponent of any concessions to Hamas, threatened to leave the government if the ceasefire was approved. The ceasefire agreement outlines a comprehensive three-phase plan aimed at bringing lasting calm and stability to Gaza, a region long plagued by conflict and unrest. The first phase focuses on immediate confidence-building measures, including the release of 33 Israeli hostages in exchange for Palestinian prisoners. This step is designed to foster goodwill and mutual trust between the two sides. This reciprocal gesture is seen as crucial for creating the necessary trust to move forward. Without trust, further progress would be difficult to achieve. The first phase also calls for the withdrawal of Israeli troops from densely populated areas of Gaza, reducing the immediate tension and potential for conflict. The second phase focuses on solidifying the truce and creating the conditions for long-term peace. This involves ensuring that both sides adhere to the terms of the ceasefire. It includes the release of the remaining hostages held by Hamas and the full withdrawal of Israeli troops from Gaza, paving the way for a more stable environment. The third and final phase focuses on long-term solutions to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, including the reconstruction of Gaza. This phase aims to rebuild the region's infrastructure and improve the quality of life for its residents. Despite the announcement of a ceasefire agreement, the situation on the ground remained volatile, with sporadic clashes and airstrikes continuing to disrupt any semblance of normalcy. Israeli airstrikes continued to target what the Israeli Defense Forces described as Hamas military infrastructure in Gaza, causing further destruction and fear among the civilian population. These strikes drew sharp criticism from the international community, including Qatar, which called for an immediate halt to the violence and a return to diplomatic negotiations. The continued violence underscored the fragility of the truce and the deep mistrust between Israel and Hamas, making any lasting peace seem increasingly elusive. The war in Gaza has exacted a devastating toll on both sides, leaving behind a trail of death, destruction, and deep psychological scars that will take generations to heal. Over 46,788 people have been killed in Gaza, the vast majority of them civilians, highlighting the severe human cost of the conflict. Israel too has suffered losses, with 94 hostages still held by Hamas, adding to the